Wasn't too long ago that a young race fan was sitting in his house in Richfield watching NASCAR and dreaming of one day being a part of the circuit. On Sunday, that same young man will be in the field for the Daytona 500, and maybe you've seen him before here on Fox 6. Tim Van Voren goes beyond the game.
Well, hey there, Daytona 500 this Sunday on Fox. What a great time to catch up with Josh Bolicki, Richfield's own, born in Menomonee Falls, Slinger High School, hometown proud, Josh. Nice to have you on with us tonight.
Yeah, it's great to be back with you guys. I really appreciate you having me on.
You have a lot of Wisconsin representation on the car for this weekend. Is there an extra appreciation for the fact that you have such local support with you?
Absolutely. There's not many drivers that live in their home state where they're born. Most drivers in the Cup Series still live in Charlotte. It's where all the teams are based. So for me to be here in Wisconsin and represent 3 Wisconsin companies, our primary for the 500 is Wisconsin Lighting Lab. They make high output LED lighting, and they're based right in Fond du Lac. And then we have Palermo's Pizza, which I'm excited about because I love Palermo's Pizza. Screaming Sicilian Pizza is one of my favorites, so I think that's really cool. It's the first time they're on a car. And we also have Custom Fiberglass Molding, which is an associate of ours at the 500 as well.
Are you a businessman, Josh? Do you have to understand that side of it, or do you turn that over to someone else?
No, I handle almost everything by myself, and up until this point, most of the sponsors that I found have been basically through me.
A lot of folks here at Fox 6 remember you all the way back to your high school days, Josh.
Yep. Fox 6 high school hotshot in a Mazda Miata. My dad and I prepped that race car ourselves. We had some great sponsors, Trim Techs, and they're still with me right now. But I remember that like it was yesterday, and that for me was a huge moment for me.
Small team, certainly don't have quite the known history of some of these other guys, but you're right there rubbing elbows.
The first time it hit me was with my Cup Series debut in 2017. We were qualifying at Sonoma in California, and we were right next to Jimmy Johnson. And our team was so small, we didn't have a TV in our pit box or anything. So I was kind of glancing at their TV, and Jimmy was right in front of me, and he turned around and he saw that I was driver, and he shook hands with me, and I thought that was really cool.
Sunday, Daytona 500, you watched it as a kid. Now you're on the track, and really the country is watching. It's still called the Great American Race. What are your emotions, Josh?
I don't think it's really sunk in yet. I know as soon as I strap the helmet on, it's really going to hit me that I'll be one of 40 drivers competing in this year's Daytona 500.
Do you have time to reflect? Do you have time to do anything else, or is this your life these days?
Growing up, you always think a race car driver, all he does is race, race and train and prep. And I think I'm definitely a little bit different than the normal racing driver who might drive for a team like Penske or Joe Gibbs, where that is their life. And even just making it to the Daytona 500, I know we definitely had people who thought we'd never make it this far. And for us to be locked in the Daytona 500, it's worth the hard work for sure.
Awesome, Josh. Really nice catching up with you from way back in the high school days to the Daytona 500. We don't get to say that with too many folks either, so great stuff. Good luck this weekend.
Hey, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you having me on.
Okay, that's awesome. That's the car I'm rooting for. With the retirements of Matt Kenseth and Paul Menard, Josh will be the lone Wisconsin driver in the Cup Series this season.